Hi fire signs, Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. This is going to be your weekly tarot reading. We'll take a look and see what messages are coming in for you. As always, it's a general reading, so the messages may not resonate with everyone. Keep that in mind. If you are after a personal reading, feel free to reach out and inquire. My email address is going to be listed below the video. The cards are strongly urging you to remain really open-minded in this particular point in time. So whatever situation you find yourself in, you have to keep an open mind. You're also being asked to put in, for example, some of you have goals and you've been working really hard to achieve those goals, and you've been working really hard to take steps to get you close to those goals. But the Seven of Pentacles here is a reminder that, you need to put in the work. Work and dedication is important in order to achieve success. I'm also seeing that there may be, for instance, you could be working on something really hard, like you might be working on yourself. It may be a fitness journey, it may be like a project of some sort, or just something that you're working on, and it feels like you've been putting a lot of like man hours into this and a lot of energy and a lot of your time into this, but you may not necessarily be seeing. Let's let it pass. You might not be seeing the results that you want to see, and it's a little frustrating. But the message that I'm picking up for you, especially if this is something that resonates, is you might need to seek out a different approach. Okay? Just remember that, you have to remain patient and persistent, because results aren't going to show up overnight. I mean, right? That's just not how it works. But you might need, and like you've been putting in the time and the effort necessary to to achieve this goal, or if it's a relationship or if it's yourself, and results will show up. But for those of you that just have found that results are taking a little bit longer to show up, you might just need to remain patient and keep on with persistence, or you could even benefit from taking a different approach here. It's the message that I'm getting. The keyword that keeps popping up here is work. With the Nine of Wands, I feel like a lot of you, are realizing that there is a, relationship, or there's a situation that's going on here and it needs work. Okay, and it's like you've been putting in the time and you've been putting in the energy, and you realize that in order to make this work, you need to put more of that time and energy into this. With the Nine of Wands as well, because it's also an energy of someone feeling a little betrayed. Okay, so I don't know if this is, I mean, it could be you because it's come up, as fire energy. It could be you've stepped into this energy where you're feeling a little bit betrayed, and therefore you might be feeling a little bit mistrustful by people around you, or you might feel, you might be romantically involved with someone, but maybe you have trust issues. Or it could be the person that you're dealing with. Okay, someone he has been betrayed in the past, and therefore this person has become a little bit, suspicious and a little bit mistrustful of others. And if that's the case, okay, especially with the Nine of Wands energy, if that's the case, it just feels like someone or something. So if it's you and you're single, it feels like someone is going to come into your life who's going to change that for you. Okay, and I'm also picking up the message that you're going to have, especially if this is a romantic relationship, you're going to have to take a risk. Okay, it encourages you to take a risk in order to move forward. Okay, you know, if it's the person you're dealing with, then the cards are indicating that you're that someone who's going to come into this person's life, and you're going to you know, change their beliefs, change their views. Some of you have to make some sort of practical choice this week. There's some, yeah, there's some sort of choice that you're going to have to make. And I feel like it's a little complex, especially with the Lovers card in your reading here. So, for example, the choice could be between two different lovers, two different people. It might, you know, you might need to make a practical choice in a romantic relationship or in like a career situation. Some of you need to learn to find balance here. Okay, there's a lot that's happening in your life right now, and you need to find the balance between relationship and between work. Like balance between relationships and, you know, career or personal goals that you have going on in your life. If you are currently involved with someone romantically, you know, or if you've just recently met someone, the Lovers card indicates complementary energies here. Okay, so this is someone who I feel like is really someone whose energy matches yours. Someone whose energy plays very well with yours. There's a wonderful connection, a lot of romance, and just this a very strong emotional connection. But also, the Lovers card is pure love here. So, you know, it's a card that does symbolize like a deep connection with a soulmate, or, you know, with your person. If you're not in a relationship right now, I feel like be careful because of the Lovers card energy as well. Or, you know, this doesn't have to necessarily relate to a romantic situation. It could be you know, it just, I'm picking up that be careful you don't fall into temptation, and, you know, especially if there is some sort of choice. Okay, because I feel like there's some sort of choice or decision that needs to be made. Be careful that you don't choose to fall into temptation, and you don't choose, you know, the instant gratification. Okay, because that can take away from divine love, that can take away from a divine connection. Some of you are going to be offered a job opportunity, or you're going to be offered an opportunity, but it's abroad. And some of you are going to have to make a decision between a personal, like your personal life, and your professional life. And whilst you can have both at the moment, from what I'm seeing, you're going to have to make a decision. It's either one or the other. I feel like there's some sort of renewal. So I don't know if some, like a contract could be renewed here. There's some sort of renewal when it comes to your career, your money, and your finance. And things happen very quickly with this renewal. So if a contract is being renewed, or if there's like a job offer here, make sure you remain fully focused, whatever this is. Again, I'm just going back to, you know, a choice or a decision. For a lot of you, it's between two lovers. And, you know, if you're in a relationship or if you're committed, the Lovers card does indicate that this is a soul connection, you know, a soul partner. If you're deeply involved with someone, you know, the Lovers card indicates that the two of you have a very intense bond and that you are with the right person, okay? You're with the right person and you are on the right track. However, for some of you, the Lovers card indicates having to make a choice between two different people, two different lovers here. And it's like, okay, which one will you choose? Will you choose, you know, the instant gratification, physical desire over something long term, over an emotional connection? So it's like you have to weigh up your options, you know what I mean? So it's making a choice and make sure that the choice is what's best for you. If you are single, then the Lovers card is definitely indicating that there is a red hot romance that is coming in. This is with someone whom you're going to have a very strong and intense connection, okay, a very close emotional connection with this person, a very intense bond. This is someone who's very practical, very sensual. They have a very down to earth energy, okay? So someone who, you know, is in it for the long term, someone who is going to make their feelings and their intentions known very well. And this is someone who is, the energy is, there's reciprocity here, okay? So the energy is being reciprocated. So the effort and the energy you put into this relationship, you're going to get back from out of this person. So it indicates, you know, there's harmony between you and this person that is coming in for you. However, it could be, remember how I said that there's a renewal? It could be that, yes, there is a renewal of a contract for some of you, okay? But there's also could be a renewal of a relationship. So you could find that there is someone from the past who is coming back in, okay? It didn't work out last time, but this person is coming in and there's a renewal of a relationship. If that's the case, then I feel like it's very important for you to learn from, you know, what didn't work out previously, to learn from previous mistakes, why it didn't work out the first time, and make sure you don't repeat the same mistakes. Make sure you don't repeat those same patterns here. With the Tower card, I also feel like there's something unexpected that is happening, right? There's something comes in and changes things very quickly. But this energy is related with a release. This energy, something you know, it could, so something here that stands now, whether it's a relationship or your career or something, will suddenly fall apart, okay, will suddenly come undone. But I feel like it's, you know, even though this tower here, okay, even though this tower appears to be structurally very strong and sturdy, it's the same tower that is being brought down by a single bolt of lightning. So what does that tell you, right? It's crumbling because due to its weak foundation. So if a relationship comes undone or if a friendship comes undone here, you know, it's a symbol that this situation or this relationship or this friendship is based maybe on, you know, incorrect assumptions of the structure of this foundation, right? So the lightning bolt here, I feel like something happens very quickly for you. So it could be like a sudden realization, a sudden change, a collapse of something, okay? And I think that, you know, as destructive and as uncomfortable as the Tower card feels for you here, it brings a burst of energy, especially with the lightning bolt. So something suddenly wakes you up to the fact, right? Or suddenly something makes sense. Whatever this is, I do think is going to have a profound effect on you, especially, okay? Because there's a bit of mayhem, there's a bit of destruction, a bit of chaos, a bit of frenetic energy, but it is all for your greater good. It actually is, because it's all for your benefit. You won't see it while it's happening, but after the dust settles, you know, of this tower, this explosive tower moment, you'll finally see why, you know, why it had to collapse, why it didn't necessarily work out. So, you know, The bolt of lightning here is lies and illusions you've been telling yourself about someone or about something. Okay, and now all of a sudden this tower moment is going to expose you to the real truth of a situation, expose you to the real truth of someone here. Okay, so delusions, assumptions, mistruths, misconceptions, just lies, illusions, all of that is coming out to the surface. I feel like it's a good thing though, because the structure collapses. I think it's a good thing that it collapses. And hear me out. We spoke about, the fact that the lightning bolt hits the tower and, strikes the tower and suddenly the tower collapses. It tells us that the structural foundations of the tower were weak to begin with. So the fact that something falls apart here does so that you could reestablish. You could reestablish yourself. You could reestablish yourself in the situation. You could reestablish yourself in the relationship or in this position that you're in. So, you'll have, the thing is with the tower moment, whenever it shows up, you have no choice but to go through it. Okay? To go through it. It is chaos, it is destruction, and it can be difficult to, it can be difficult to experience and difficult to undergo such chaotic change. But you must believe that everything is happening for a reason, because ultimately what's being obliterated here, what's being completely destroyed here, is for your good, is allowing for growth of you yourself, growth of your soul, growth of a situation, of a connection. So understand that, whatever this tower moment that you're going through or that you're about to go through, it's ultimately for your greater good. Okay, and yes, you have to go through it so that you could grow through it. Okay guys, and I'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching and listening. Please show your support to the channel by liking and subscribing. Bye for now.